as Middlesbrough look to the kid to keep them in the lead here in Heat 3. And he hasn't got a good start. In fact, it's Owen. It looks like he's got away. Owen has leading it in. There's Hawkins, and here comes young Havelock. And what a super piece of cornering from him. He really is a stick of dynamite. Around the outside of Tom Owen, and Owen is shoving him out and out and out, and Havelock's having none of it. They're absolutely shoulder to shoulder. Hawkins has been left. And here comes Havelock, and he is tremendous. Look at this from the school kid. He missed the start, he came around the outside as though the rest of them were really in a different gear, and Havelock is confirming all the great things we've been saying about him and the critics have been saying for all season. And now it's getting a bit tight for second place as Hawkins produces his party piece for Peterborough, gets around the outside of Owen, and away at the back it's Bosley, and Havelock now has Kevin Hawkins right on his back wheel, and Hawkins will try to run the outside, but Havelock is stretching away and really is quite a find. Here comes Hawkins, but I think the young master has the measure of him. Super win again from Havelock. Second place was Hawkins, again doing a lot of difficult work. Third place was Tom Owen. Middlesbrough confirm and emphasise their superiority in the most emphatic way. Well, let's have a look at a new whiz kid, and remember the name Gary Havelock on the outside here, because he shows he has absolutely no fears as Tom Owen gets away with Kevin Hawkins. Watch for him just winding the throttle on, and see, he seems to find a different gear altogether, and these are really experienced top liners. He gets around the outside of first Hawkins and then Owen. Owen gives nothing away, will follow the action through as they come into the third corner, and Owen really moves in and tries to elbow him over there and says, move over kid, and Havelock, as we see, full broadside on, having none of that, holds his line, showing no fears at all, and we really do say a star is born. So into heat number 5, Andy Goulven with a few last minute adjustments from his team camp. Andy Goulven for Hackney. Hackney are moving up into second place now with the race win in heat number 4. Heat 5 on the inside, we have Tom Owen in blue for Stoke. Next to him, grid 2, Ian Barney, and he's in yellow and black from Peterborough. Grid 3 has Andy Goulven, who's an exciting youngster from Hackney, and on the outside into the fray for the first taste, indeed in this final, it's Steve Wilcock in his benefit year for the Teessiders. He's on the outside, and he is in the white helmet colour. Middlesbrough in the lead, looking now to Wilcock. He's got broad shoulders, but he's missed the start. And out to the corner, it is Goulven who gets away. Goulven leading in second place, it's Owen, and here comes Wilcock trying the high-wide route. Gets round one, or has he? In the lead is Goulven, and they're not giving much away out there. Well, Hackney are beginning to show their colours, and Wilcock sweeps inside Owen. Looks as though his front wheel was over the inside line. Of course, that would be foul riding if both wheels were over to his advantage. And now Wilcock closing on Goulven. He's suddenly aware he has got a Teessider right on his tail. Wilcock has hit him hard around the inside. Third place is still Owen, and Barney at the back. Peterborough disappointing. Goes Barney soaring through into third place as we pick up the action, and Wilcock has switched his attack to the outside and does it successfully, and maybe he just caught him napping, and whoop, right around the outside Ian Barney, and it looks like Goulven's bike is slowing here as Barney tears under him. I'm sure the bike is slowing. Can he hang on for 1 point as Wilcock wins it? Second place is Barney, third is Goulven with the bike slowing. I think he might have a puncture. He's gone down. I think he may well have had a puncture in the rear. That's bad luck for the Hackney Kestrel, but certainly I think it was the bike and not the man that caused the trouble there. So there are the scores with, 3 races to go, and Middlesbrough just need to win this one, and they could anchor it for their first ever success at the 14 tournament. And they've got young Gary Havelock, who's fast becoming the star of the day, unbeaten, 16 years old. He's in here replacing Mark Fiora, and he's in grid 2, and Middlesbrough cannot be caught if young Havelock can continue unbeaten. Looking across the line on the inside, Peterborough play there is Irvine Barney, then Havelock in grid 2. Grid 3 has Mike Wilding from Stoke, and on the outside is Alan Moggridge, and who will show it is Barney, and it is Havelock, and Havelock's got squeezed out at the first corner as Barney leads it in second place. Going very wide is Moggridge, and Havelock's gone through into second place, and this might just be enough as well as Barney goes clear. The home specialist, and now here's got Gary Havelock closing on him. In third place is Moggridge, and now the battle is on, and we watch for young Havelock, who has got this superb style of banks of motor, but Barney knows every piece of shell of this Peterborough circuit. He's cutting out the action up front as Havelock tries to close. He's not really making any ground. In third place is Moggridge. Into the last lap, it looks like Ian Barney will give Peterborough something to cheer about. By heading home, though, the young man isn't finished yet. Still 5 lengths daylight between them. Making sure that Barney doesn't go to sleep, and round the last corner, Barney holds on, celebrating. Peterborough enjoying that moment. And Middlesbrough, with that second place, might still be caught yet, although it's looking as though it's their day. Well, there is the score, and the Middlesbrough contingents here at Peterborough getting ready to celebrate. They know they only need 1 point from these last 2 races to win the National 4-team title for the first time, and they already seem to be enjoying the moment. But funnier things have been known to happen in Speedway, and it's still technically possible for Peterborough and Hackney to draw level with them. So let's look at Heat 7. Steve Wilcock is the man for Middlesbrough in grid 2. On the inside, in the yellow and black, it looks like Dave Allen on the inside in yellow and black for Peterborough. Next to him in white, it's Steve Wilcock, needing just 1 point. He won his opening ride, so it should not be beyond him. Grid 3 has Paul Bosley. On the outside, Nigel Crabtree from Stoke. All eyes on Wilcock here, and he was surely guilty of tape touching. Yes, the light goes on, and we have drama because Wilcock was impatient, and the referee, Mr. David Hughes, has the white light on, so that means that Peterborough have blown 1 chance, and suddenly this National 4-team championship final is alive and buzzing. Let's watch it again and see if Wilcock is the guilty man. He's moving, does he touch? Yes, no question at all, Wilcock the guilty rider. And he's come out, and suddenly there's a whole new complexion on this final. Well, there is the light, but again it sets up a potential fairy story, because the Middlesbrough team can now bring in their reserve, and of course that's young Master Havelock, who might still have the last say in this final. On the inside, here's Dave Allen, then Havelock. Grid 3 has Bosley. On the outside, Nigel Crabtree from Stoke. And off they go, and up to the corner. It looks like it's going to be Havelock in front, but Allen all over the place in second, and doing well to stay in contact with the saddle. But it's Havelock in front for the Tigers, and here comes Nigel Crabtree hard under him for Stoke, and Havelock again is not to be deterred. The boy is lacking nothing back of his belt, that's for sure. He is stretching them. He is going clear of Crabtree in third place. It is Allen at the back, it is Bosley, but it's all about this young man. And what a story we have, what a tale he'll have to tell his old dad Brian Havelock, because he came into the action so limited in his experience, but we're going to hear a lot more of this kid. He really does look like the goods, certainly the best young 16-year-old prospect I can remember in British Speedway since, well, maybe Kenny Carter now the England number 1. The last lap, 380 yards to go. The celebrations, I'm sure, will be riotous and glorious as still Crabtree challenges, and in he goes hard, but Havelock isn't really where he's going to do enough. Last desperate bid from Crabtree wins it, but Havelock knows that 2 points will be enough, and Middlesbrough are the new 4-team champions. And Gary Havelock, the kid in his first season, is the lad who has carried them through. What a story, and what a moment for the youngster. I'm sure there'll be a reception committee at the pit gate, and sure enough there is, and Mark Fiora is there as well. Paul, I can't get involved, you can see him on the right of the pitches, but there are the celebration bumps.